I love how close I can get in onto Raz's face. Alright, so Ford Cruller said that there was something that I should see. Where was that thing that I should see? It's over there, I think. Welcome back, guys, to Psychonauts. I'm the Comic Foil, and... Why can I not jump up there now? Okay, I'll jump from this one. What do you got to show me, Ford? Down this long hallway.
You're the only one left, son.
Oh, no. Oh, no! I had a feeling this would happen, but I didn't think it would happen so soon.
Can't even make a connection with Sasha or Mia right now for some reason.
Sasha said he had some official Psychonauts business.
Impossible. I would know it if they did. No, something's happened to them. Rasputin, listen. You're the only one who can stop Oleander now.
What about you?
I can't leave this cave, Rasputin. Not as the Ford Cruller you know.
Huh.
What? Why?
I wonder if there's a reason
Years
for that.
ago, I was in a terrible psychic
there's a reason
duel
for that.
left me barely alive.
Yeah, I read about that. They said your psyche was shattered, that you lost your mind. But you seem fine to me.
Yes.
Is that why
when I'm down
he's...
here, near the Titanium motherlode, the concentrated power of the Titanium pulls my thoughts together, keeps me like my old
and that's
self.
why when
But
he's
if I
in the
leave
overworld, he's
sanctuary,
just a
my
janitor.
psyche becomes disjointed, and I fall into one of my other personalities.
Oh, that's so smart.
No memory of who I really am.
Oh my gosh. That's
I'd
so
be no
clever.
use to you unless you needed something rigged or mocked.
Or sold to me in the
Well-
store.
You can call headquarters and get help.
The Psychonauts won't listen to me. They wrote me off as a loon years ago.
Okay.
That's
So
why
he's not the
Sasha
head of
and
the
Mia have to
Psychonauts. The
take on all
Psychonauts
my
is a much
missions.
larger group.
Headquarters doesn't know I'm the one behind the assignment, so they'd never get approved. But Sasha and Mia seem to be out of commission now. You have to be my field agent, Rasputin. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
Good. You have to find where that monster took the girl.
Well, I did
And
already,
if you
but...
locate any of the other children's brains along the way, bring them back to me for recranialization. Understand?
Ew.
So is that a new, collectible, brains? I think I could find people's brains, and that's like... Yeah, a new thing I can locate. Okay, I didn't think everybody would be gone so quickly. Wait, I want to look at them down there, though. Oh, they're not even talking about TV and hacky sack anymore. They're just completely... Oh, they are in front of a TV, though, but they're so still. Ooh, that's spooky. Okay, how many are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? I'm counting 19 from just a cursory glance. Might have missed one. It might be 20. 20 would be a nice even number, or is Rasputin number 10? 20. There's also Lily, because Lily's not here right now. The lungfish took her. So, exciting news. This is a particularly exciting Let's Play because, yeah, take me to the
kids' cabins there.
This is a landmark episode because it's the first one I'm doing in the new apartment. We moved in, so, yeah, thanks for sticking with me. I can't say how regular I'm going to be right away with picking stuff up, but I'll try. Today, for example, I'm planning on recording more of this and more Darkest Dungeon. It was supposed to be a day for me and Oscar to meet, but we weren't able to. So, Skies of Arcadia is gonna have to wait even a little while longer still, but...
Can't get a good grip. Can't get a good grip.
Okay, can I Mind Blast it? Oh, I don't have any, I don't have any Mind Blast powers. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna need some, because I want to get into that outhouse. So I think in this episode... Well, we'll figure out how good this recording situation actually is. I'll find out while I'm editing this, but it seems good so far. I had to turn the air off because the air was being really loud. We also... even though I miss her very much, Daisy is no longer here. She's the one you heard barking in some of the Darkest Dungeon episodes. Daisy's staying with Allie's mom because she's really more Allie's mom's dog. But I still have Nugget, who's laying by my feet right now, being very cute. And I think for this episode, we are going to focus on a scavenger hunt, which... Wait, one of these pages is supposed to be about the scavenger hunt. Here we go. Okay, so we only have one of these so far. We have the Psychonauts comic #1. So I think in this episode we're going to spend some time just trying to find a bunch of them around the campsite. Including, I really need to try and get that... whatever's in the refrigerator. So I did have everything that I need to get that. I just hadn't done it right yet. Yeah, now we're traveling at night. I wonder if there's a way later to change it from day to night, because personally I'd rather be traveling around during the day. It's sort of more fun, but at least now I don't have to worry about getting interrupted.
Not to pet or feed the animals at Whispering Rock. The titanium in the food chain has caused numerous psychic mutations, and the animals you encounter, especially at night, might be more dangerous than the kind you have back home.
Especially at night, so there might be more psychic bears. And yeah, Ford's proving he really doesn't know what's going on without his brain. Okay, so... let me equip some... yeah, pyrokinesis. Why can I not... swear? Okay. Oh! Okay. So I had to open the fridge first, and then use pyrokinesis. Okay, thanks for your help there. We got a turkey sandwich. I'd say that's really gross, but it seems like it was frozen the whole time. Still would be careful about actually ingesting that. There were a lot of other things I want to do on the channel. There's never really time with the wedding coming up, and... you know, with the move, which the move is over. There's some boxes still sitting around. There's a lot more to do, but we are moved in and for the most part set up. Really want to open that, and telekinesis isn't working. Oh, I can just press Y to open things. Oh, that's so much easier. I'm so dumb. Okay. One thing I really wanted to do, and I don't think I'm gonna have enough time now, is I was planning to do a follow-up to last year's Marvel video. So what I did was I ranked every TV show, online series, and movie that's in the MCU together. I made a top 39, I think it was. And I wanted to do a follow-up to that by adding in the 9 things that have happened since.
Coach's mental radio. This is how he was unknowingly broadcasting his dreams of world domination to me and Lily.
Okay. Interesting. And beanbag chairs and stuff.
Mental cobwebs getting you down.
Yes, yes they are.
Up here in the main lodge store. Why don't you come on up and score yourself a cobweb duster before they're all sold out?
Alright, good jump. There's nothing else really up here that I think I want. Nah. Okay. We'll move along then. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do my MCU follow-up before before Endgame comes out, because last year I did it right before Infinity War. That video didn't get it. Those videos didn't get as many hits as I was hoping they would. Maybe because it was like a 3-part video, and when put all together, it's pretty long. This would be shorter, but I still might do that at some point, and then I'll be able to include Endgame on it, but it will be after Endgame comes out. Besides, I need all that time to figure out how to carefully word my feelings on Captain Marvel, because, oh man, Captain Marvel has... There's so much politics around Captain Marvel, and I understand why, but I am so exhausted by people mostly the people hating on that movie. There are people on the other side, too, who are a little ridiculous. It's a good movie, and it's not, like, the best MCU movie. It wouldn't even be in my top 10, but it's good. Oh, there's a magnet power. That must be the last Psi power that I can get. So I think the mental cobweb.
Hey, anything new?
Whoa, that's my last
Is there
adjuster.
ever anything new?
Someone's mind with you. You can clean
That's
it
it
up.
for now.
All right.
Yeah, I need so many more arrowheads. I need like 400 more arrowheads. Is there anything else here in the TV room that I can get? No. It seems like there's something above the stage, though I'm not sure how to get in there. I could, maybe I can hover to it, or, what's it called? Yeah, levitation. So, yeah, I can jump much higher that way. That's a lot higher. And I got a voodoo doll. Cool, mission accomplished. So I think for every, like, 10 or every 4 or something of those I get, I'm gonna get a rank up. I think that's how that's gonna work. I liked Captain Marvel. I'd say I really liked Captain Marvel because I really like all the MCU movies. I mean, I'm highly invested in them. There's a lot of dumb talk about, like, forced inclusion and forced political correctness, and, like, one, I don't think it's forced. I don't know why it's, like, so weird. You know, you have one female starring movie and people are saying it's like a forced inclusion. And true, the marketing around Captain Marvel has been really, like, not subtle about that it's a... You know, they went... maybe... Oh, wow. Yeah, these things look really strong. I probably shouldn't fight these guys while I don't have a mental brain blast or anything. But I do want this side challenge marker. Oh, I like how it's actually, I, like, basically need to make a basket with myself to get it. Okay. Excuse me, bear. Cool. And I'll get this side card that's up here as well. I don't see much point in fighting the bears, actually. I don't know what they'd really drop for me. I just prefer not to die all over the place. This car is bouncy here. Now, I know it's one of those cases where it's not like everybody who didn't like Captain Marvel doesn't like it because they're sexist. Like, no, there's lots of reasons to not like the movie, and I think it's very passionate about its story, like, that, you know, that Carol Danvers was, like, underestimated her whole life, and it's about getting power, and there's a lot of really impassioned speeches, and that's going to really speak to some people, which is why they're going to absolutely love it, and to the people it doesn't speak to, they're not really going to connect to it, and it might seem cheesy to them, so I think that's why, you know, this is going to be a naturally divisive movie, because some people just aren't really going to click with it the way other people do. And, you know, I try to at least empathize with what I don't particularly click with. I'll agree that Brie Larson... So, I haven't been keeping up with all the, like, crap with, like, I guess Brie Larson said some stuff that people are upset about. I don't really follow the celebrities that much, because I like to try and separate the art from the artist. But... Is there anything in here? But I think she does a good job, not like a great job, playing Carol Danvers. She's not... I'll admit she's not as instantly defined a character as, say... Steve Rogers or Tony Stark, which is a pretty high bar to to draw, pretty much, but... Okay, I was kind of hoping there'd be something on top of there. Okay, leave me alone, bear. Yeah, I wish I was doing this during the day, actually. Because there are bears and there are psychic cougars. It also doesn't help that, like, in this plot she's kind of trying to figure out who she is. She's working with, you know, amnesia. Not the least lazy of plot points. It's funny because Carol Danvers in the comic is such a long-running and confused character. Like, it'd be hard to find... Oh, yay, got the condor egg. And there's a grasshopper that was just jumping on thin air. Maybe it's a psychic grasshopper. There aren't many characters with a more complicated history than Carol Danvers.
Keep filling up those scavenger hunt forms. We got a couple of big promotions for the winner.
Yeah, I don't know if I can... Wait, there's a way that I could hover while I was on this, wasn't there? There we go, that's how I did it. Okay, so I can use that to get those side cards up there. So, I mean, the fact that Carol doesn't have her full memories for part of it, you know, a lot of people are calling her stoic or just flat as a character, and it's true that it's kind of hard to get a beat on her character because the point of the story is that it's hard to get a beat on her character. And I'm not using that to defend it so much as I'm saying, like, maybe she'll be stronger in other MCU movies. Like, Doctor Strange, I thought he was, like, pretty good in... Like, I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was pretty good in the first Doctor Strange movie, but it was in Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War. Oh, cool. Alright, I'm really, like, getting these down now, these scavenger items. It was in Thor Ragnarok and in Infinity War that Doctor Strange, like, really landed as a character, I think. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch kind of took a couple movies to find the character perfectly. So maybe Carol Danvers will be the same way. Even Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, I think, was... You know, he's interesting and likable in the first Ant-Man, but Civil War is kind of where they get down a lot of his character. I hope you guys care about the MCU, because I feel like I'm going to be talking about it for this whole episode. Okay. I want that Psy card. I want that Psy card. Alright, and I'll use it again and jump over here. Alright, I've figured out how to use my levitation properly. And it was good. I don't really need to hover to get this one, but I don't know, it was looking kind of steep. I didn't want to get messed up by some kind of malarkey. I think I should go to... Can I get to where the, like, sensory deprivation chambers were? If there's another problem, you know, I won't spoil the movie, but... So it's not like a lot of movies where, like, the final battle is meant to be, like, one last struggle for the character. In this case, the final battle is supposed to be, like, a realization and a victory lap. Like... Because, like, Captain Marvel is overpowered. I think she might actually be at least as powerful as Thor and Hulk are in these movies. She'll certainly give them a run for their money. So it's kind of weird once she, like, hits the, like, big power... Once she hits that, like, big power point to... Oh. Wow. That there's, like, still a point in the movie where they try to have, like, an 11th hour moment, like, that maybe they won't win after she powers up. And they do, like, they do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing where they, like, play some music over a fight. But then they try to have it make more seriously. And it maybe, like, doesn't completely gel in this movie the way it does in Guardians, but it's still, like, a good song choice. some people are just going to be afraid of the feminism in it. I understand, guys. Feminism can be a little scary and a little loud sometimes, but you know, it kind of has to be because there's a lot of injustice in the world, and it pays to be loud. I probably shouldn't talk about feminism too much on this channel. I'm going to alienate a lot of people, but I do, because also a lot of the central struggle, like Carol Danvers' backstory has a lot of her being people being bigoted against her, but as far as like the story at hand, it's not like she's underestimated because she's a girl, and the movie, you know, admits that it's not about gender politics once she's, you know, with the Kree and everything like that. But it is because, you know, everybody's calling her weaker, and it's because they're actually afraid of her. So you can see an allegory to feminism, because Carol Danvers was originally created to be in the comics, to be sort of a second wave feminism representative, but now she's being used much more as a, like, third wave feminist character, which isn't a problem at all. It's just kind of evolving her to more modern thoughts on the subject. Because the idea of feminism, when it's done right, isn't, you know, just more power to women. It's equality for everybody, and that includes racial minorities and sexual preference minorities and things like that. Like, it's taken the name feminism, but it's not all about the ladies, you know, and that's what a lot of third wave feminism is. If the first wave was about... Sorry, I'm thinking about feminism too much now instead of the game that you guys logged on to watch me play. Because first wave is like Susan B. Anthony, and it's about the right to vote. And then second wave is more like in the 60s, and it's about like, hey, maybe women can have jobs and don't have to just be in the kitchens all the time. And then third wave is more about like social treatment and how people act towards... And that gets into... There's like a fourth wave of it now, and I mean, I'm not a sociologist. I don't completely know what I'm talking about. But I think there's argument about whether or not we're in a third wave or a fourth wave now, because that's the other thing. Not all feminists think the same. So saying like, oh, feminists are like this is kind of really inaccurate no matter what you're saying, because people have different opinions on the matter. Not all of them want to be lumped in together. Some of them are more extreme than others, etc., etc. This is an episode of playing Psychonauts and talking about feminism. So, my point is, Carol's story could speak to anybody who's just ever been underestimated, basically. Or anybody who, like, feels like they don't know who they are. I like how they work around with the continuity of the MCU. I like how they work around incorporating the continuity of Carol Danvers, because, like I said, she is a very confusing character in the Carol is just... She gets treated like crap a lot in the continuity. Some of the writers really liked her, and some of them hated her, and they weren't really sure what they were doing with that character for a really long time. Oh, entering the boathouse. Yeah, we can go to the beach. Because, like I said, she was created to be, you know, with second wave feminism in mind, meaning that she was, when she's first introduced in Captain Marvel, this is when, Captain Marvel is an alien, is a Kree man named Mar-Vell. Losing my train of thought again. Is there anything in here? No. So she was a, I believe, an Air Force officer, fairly highly ranked, and this was like a big deal because it was a character that, like, it was a woman that people had to answer to and wasn't just on the sidelines, and they wanted her to be as strong-willed as the men in the comic, not more, but as. And, you know, she wasn't the one with the superpowers, but she was a strong supporting character to Captain Marvel. She was kind of Captain Marvel's equal and sidekick, and that is a cougar. And there were leaves in the way, and I didn't want to... Oh, okay. I got a diving helmet. I had to fight a cougar for it. I am stuck. Oh, I am going to die to this cougar. Oh, did I get it? Okay, I just had to punch him up a whole lot. Okay, cougar is gone. Cougar is stunned. Cougar is gone. How about I buy you a drink? Up, and now I'm gonna get taken by the water curse, the Rasputin curse. So they introduced her as like a strong independent partner, but depending on what writers were working on the comic at the time, you know, some people cared less about making Carol a strong character than others back in the 70s, so you get to an issue where suddenly she was just really submissive and she deferred to Marvel for everything, and she really didn't have a will of her own, and she was kind of a damsel in distress. And so the character came out being really inconsistent, and because of that, people didn't like her. I mean, it's only fair if you can't get the gist of a character, if they seem like they change all the time, that's not going to be a very compelling character. And then she was moved around a lot. She was, Marvel died, and it was actually a very long time after that point before she was Captain Marvel. She was Miss Marvel for a really long time after she got her powers into Super Collider. I didn't like the retcon that she was actually part Kree all along. Like, it turns out her mother was a Kree, or maybe it was that her mother was... That there was just Kree in her blood. I can't get up there from this way. And I think that was a little too far. She already had, like, the Super Collider or whatever it was that exploded giving her the powers. I don't think they needed to do the whole thing with making her part Kree. They like, needed to make her more special, and I think that's kind of... I don't know. I don't like when they give, like, too much destiny to a character. I prefer the Marvel heroes who, like, happen upon their powers because they're in the right place at the right time, or because they were brave and when it... Like how Iron Man, you know, is captured and whatever, and uses his skills to become Iron Man. Or, like, even what they do in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, where they make... You know, it's just supposed to be a random spider. Oh, get over the rope. Get over the rope, Raz. No, that's a wall. Can't get over that. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm not gonna die. Like, Peter Parker, instead of it just being completely random that, like, a Spider-Man bites him, because it's still pretty random, but they change into he's not paying attention because he really likes Mary Jane, and it was kind of like he needed to be in this moment not paying attention and taking this picture of Mary Jane, and... I don't know, being a big dork to be the one to not notice a horrible spider landing on him. Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense what I was saying, but I feel like they make it at least a little bit more about character, that this nobody gets it. Or sometimes a character is just like a victim of circumstance, but I'd rather have somebody who fate chooses randomly that decides to, you know, accept the greatness thrust upon them than... have it turn out that it was, like, their destiny all along, because that also takes agency away from a character, I feel like. How do I get not on fire? Oh, boy. Now I have to listen to this heartbeat for a while. Yeah, I should start, like, smashing things and seeing if I can get hearts out of anywhere. Yeah, bottom line, I liked it. I didn't absolutely love it, but I liked it a good deal. I liked it as part of the MCU canon. Nick Fury in it is great. I love seeing a younger Nick Fury, and it's also kind of meta because it's it's Samuel L. Jackson kind of back in the kind of character he played in Die Hard 3. It's like back to his like buddy cop roots. And I don't know, I found it very charming. Who else? Ronan and Korath are in there as like kind of continuity nods, so that's fun. He doesn't have a huge role, but I can't think of the actor's name, but Coulson's in it because, you know, it's back in the 90s, so this is back before what happens in Avengers happens. And he's just, it's just so great to see him, and they've gotten really good at the technology to make people look younger. Like they made Samuel L. Jackson like 30 years younger, and it doesn't look weird. It is not the Uncanny Valley at all. So, okay, this is starting to bother me now with this heartbeat and everything, and we've been going on close to half an hour. How many did I actually manage to get here? So we got 7. And what is it I'm supposed to get? Oh, no, I need to find 8 items to get anything real special. Okay, I remember something of... Was it the acorn? There's, like, some place where there was a squirrel that was hiding an acorn. Maybe he doesn't come out at night. But I was thinking maybe I could either outspeed the squirrel now, or like...
Vandalizing camp property will result in immediate expulsion from the facility.
Well, I'm going to keep vandalizing, so I'm calling your bluff, Ford. Yeah, these cougars, man. Nope, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, I am almost out of lives. What happens when I run out of lives? Can't be too much, because the game saves all the time. I feel like it wouldn't bring me back too far. I guess let's go back to Crawler Base and use these psi markers to level up, and then maybe I'll call it there and get back to the adventure next time. Take me to my sanctuary. Yeah, sorry I'm just like rambling about Captain Marvel this whole time. For all I know, I wasn't even saying it out loud, and it was just in my head. That's how like lost I am in my thoughts right now.
Ford said that I can use them.
Oh, that's the... Yeah, pine needles. I need to use
I
this.
still need to buy a psi core at the camp store before I can use this machine to make psi challenge markers.
Oh, I thought I had a psi core. Okay. Well, never mind then. So, I'm the Comic Foil, and maybe I'll grind for arrowheads for a little bit, but I will see you soon with some more Psychonauts. Yeah, sorry I can't make that MCU video right now, but now you know my rambling thoughts about Captain Marvel. Next time we'll ride the lungfish back to that weird island and maybe try and save Lily. I'm also really curious where all these brains are that I can collect now. Thanks for joining me. See you later.